What's up, gamers? 2024 has been an absolutely wild ride for gaming, and the platformer genre? Oh, it absolutely delivered this year. Whether you're a die-hard fan of leaping across pixel-perfect stages or someone just looking for a fun adventure, there's something for everyone. From mind-blowing innovations that flip the script on what a platformer can be, to classic-style gems that nailed the fundamentals in ways we didn't even know we needed, this year had it all. Seriously, if platformers weren't already your jam, 2024 might have just converted you. Today, we're diving into the 10 best platformers of 2024, games that stunned critics, wowed fans, and had us saying, just one more level. Whether they're redefining the genre, breaking boundaries with creative new mechanics, or just delivering pure nostalgic fun, these games are worth your time. And hey, while we're at it, don't sleep on other 2024 platformers. This year was stacked with hidden gems. But for now, sit back, relax, and let's jump into what made these 10 titles the cream of the crop. Let's go! I'm quickly moving on to the video. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching! Alright, here's a question for you. When was the last time a game made you feel like an explorer and a detective? That's exactly the kind of magic Animal Well brings to the table. This Metroidvania gem isn't just about jumping around and finding hidden passages. It's about unlocking a mysterious, pixel-perfect world that's brimming with secrets. And I'm not talking, oh, here's a secret room, congrats kind of secrets. I'm talking puzzles so intricate that one of them needed 50 players to team up and solve it. Yes, 50. This isn't just a game, it's basically a mystery fan club disguised as a platformer. What makes Animal Well so special, though, is how it respects your curiosity. The game doesn't hold your hand or give you neon signs pointing to the answers. Instead, it lets you stumble across mechanics and solutions in the most organic way possible. It's the kind of experience where you might accidentally discover something groundbreaking while you're just experimenting. And the visuals? Oh, they're a feast. Every frame feels like it was handcrafted to be a tiny piece of art. The way light interacts with the environments adds an extra layer of atmosphere that will keep you hooked, even when you're stuck on one of its mind-bending puzzles. But here's the kicker. Animal Well isn't just a single-player journey. The community has turned it into this collaborative event where players are working together to crack the game's deepest mysteries. There's even a dedicated website for sharing discoveries. It's like the developers created an endless scavenger hunt, and we're all invited to join. So, if you love a good brain workout mixed with gorgeous platforming gameplay, this is the game you'll want to keep revisiting for years to come. It's not just one of the best platformers of 2024, it's an adventure that redefines what exploration in gaming really means. Alright, let's pause for a second and talk about Astro Bot, because wow, this game is the total package. You know how some games just get it? They understand what makes the genre tick, and then they sprinkle a little extra magic on top? That's Astro Bot in a nutshell. Team Asobi has somehow created a game that feels like a warm hug for platforming fans while still delivering jaw-dropping moments of innovation. It's no surprise it's a Game of the Year nominee. This thing screams PlayStation charm from every pixel. And let me tell you, the nostalgia in this game? Chef's kiss. Those VIP cameo bots? Adorable doesn't even begin to cover it. It's like the PlayStation universe threw a party and everyone showed up. Spotting these little bots dressed as iconic PlayStation characters is like finding Easter eggs in a basket full of chocolate. You didn't know you needed it, but now you can't imagine the game without them. Yet, here's the kicker. Even without all that nostalgia, Astro Bot still shines purely on its gameplay. Every level feels like it's been designed with love, care, and just a pinch of that, oh, I didn't know you could do that in a platformer magic. So, what makes it one of the best platformers of 2024? It's simple. It's not afraid to embrace its roots while pushing the genre forward. It knows when to charm you with its adorable aesthetics and when to leave your jaw on the floor with its creativity. Whether you're a lifelong PlayStation fan or just someone who loves a good adventure, Astro Bot is one of those rare games that you'll be thinking about long after the credits roll. If you haven't played it yet, well, what are you even doing? Go, experience the wonder. You know that feeling when a game doesn't just let you play, but invites you to flow? That's exactly what Bowpath of the Teal Lotus nails. This stunning 2.5D action platformer doesn't just borrow inspiration from Japanese folklore, it builds an entire dreamlike world out of it. And let me tell you, once you pick up that bow staff, you won't just be fighting enemies, you'll be practically dancing through the air with its smooth, elegant movement system. It's like the game is daring you to master its mechanics while whispering, Come on, be as graceful as a cherry blossom. If you're a fan of Hollow Knight, you'll feel right at home here. Squid Shock Studios knows exactly what made that game special and put their own spin on it. The hand-drawn visuals are absolutely jaw-dropping, mixing vibrant colors and delicate details in a way that feels like a moving piece of art. But the movement system? Oh, that's the star of the show. Zipping through the air with your abilities is as satisfying as pulling off a perfectly timed parry, and every leap, every strike feels intentional. It's not just about precision, it's about style. Bow is one of those games where you don't just explore the world, you feel it. Whether you're weaving through enemies or soaring through stunning environments, it's like the game is constantly inviting you to discover what's next. And trust me, every platforming fan needs to try this one. It's not just a game, it's an experience that blends elegance, cunning, and the kind of atmosphere that sticks with you long after you've put the controller down. Hold on to your grapple guns, folks, because GrappleDog's Cosmic Canines isn't just swinging into 2024, it's blasting its way to the top of the platforming game charts. This isn't your average sequel. Oh no, Cosmic Canines takes the tight, satisfying gameplay of the original and cranks it up to 11 with fresh mechanics, jaw-dropping level design, and, wait for it, a fiery new anti-hero, Luna. She's here to shake things up, adding some serious heat to the already beloved grappling action. Literally. Her Fire Dash ability, Chef's Kiss. It's the spicy chaos you didn't know you needed. Let's talk levels because Cosmic Canines doesn't play it safe. Sure, it keeps the charm of Pablo's colorful, vibrant worlds, but then it throws you a curveball with grayscale stages that are as eerie as they are beautiful. And those magnetic panels, they'll have you rolling, flipping, and laughing at how much you underestimated this game. Every level feels like it's been handcrafted to challenge your skills and keep you glued to your controller. It's not just more levels, it's better levels, bigger, bolder, and full of surprises. But what really seals the deal is how Cosmic Canines expands the story. Luna's broody, rebellious vibe perfectly balances Pablo's cheerful optimism, making their dynamic an absolute joy to experience. Whether you're soaring through the air, bouncing off walls, or frantically dodging obstacles, this game feels like a celebration of everything we love about platformers. If you're making a list of must-play games for 2024, put GrappleDog's Cosmic Canines right at the top. Trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Alright, let's talk about a game that doesn't just tug on your heartstrings, it practically plays a symphony on them. Niva is that game. Imagine stepping into a world bursting with color, where every corner feels alive and every moment tells a story. But here's the kicker. It's not just you on this journey. You've got this majestic wolf by your side, and let me tell you, the bond you build, it's chef's kiss. Watching this wolf grow and change as you progress through the game's chapters is like seeing your favorite movie unfold, but you're smack dab in the middle of it. What really sets Niva apart, though, is its vibe. The controls are smooth like butter. No clunky jumping or awkward mechanics to break the immersion. You're free to explore this stunning world, soaking in the mix of light, hope, and, yeah, some pretty dark moments too. It's all wrapped up in this ethereal art style that somehow makes you feel cozy and a little haunted at the same time. The kind of game where you just sit back afterward and think, wow, I'm gonna be emotionally unpacking that for days. Oh, and fun fact, Niva didn't just impress players. It turned heads at the Game Awards 2024, snagging nominations in 3 categories. And honestly, totally deserved. It's not just a game, it's an experience. If you're into platformers that go beyond just hopping around and give you something real to chew on emotionally, Niva is a must-play. You know that feeling when a game punches you in the face, and instead of walking away you say, "One more round, I can do this"? That's Nine Sols in a nutshell. It's not just another Metroidvania, it's a whole vibe. Red Candle Games calls its aesthetic toe punk, and let me tell you, they weren't kidding. Imagine ancient Eastern mythology smashed together with futuristic cyberpunk elements. Yeah, it's as wild and beautiful as it sounds. Every corner of this world drips with lore and atmosphere, pulling you into an adventure you can't stop thinking about. But let's talk gameplay, because Nine Sols doesn't just look good, it's a test of skill, patience, and maybe your sanity. The combat is crisp, with parry windows so tight they might just make your palms sweat. Every fight is a dance, and mastering it feels ridiculously satisfying. The platforming and movement? Oh, they're buttery smooth. It's the kind of game where you fail, learn, and then come back stronger, all while muttering, "Okay game, you win this round." Fans and critics alike are vibing hard with this one, and it's easy to see why. The difficulty isn't just there to mess with you, it's there to push you, to make you want to conquer it. And that moment when you finally take down a tough boss or nail a tricky sequence, it's chef's kiss. So if you're into rich storytelling, jaw-dropping world building, and gameplay that actually makes you feel something, Nine Sols is calling your name. Just don't blame me when you lose track of time. Here's a game that literally jumps off the page. The Plucky Squire is the kind of platformer that doesn't just think outside the box. It tears the box to shreds, folds it into a paper airplane, and sends it soaring. What starts as a charming, colorful 2D adventure in a storybook quickly flips the script, pulling you into a dynamic 3D world brimming with surprises. It's like every time you think you've got the game figured out, it winks at you and says, "Oh, you haven't seen anything yet." One of the coolest features, the way you interact with the storybook itself. You're not just flipping through pages here, you're switching words around, reshaping the world as you go. Imagine swapping rain for shine and watching the environment transform before your eyes. Every chapter feels like its own little playground of creativity, keeping the gameplay fresh and unpredictable. You'll find yourself smiling at the sheer ingenuity on display. This is a game that's having fun, and it wants you to have fun too. The Plucky Squire is more than just a platformer. It's a celebration of creativity. Whether you're battling enemies in a seamless blend of 2D and 3D spaces, or solving clever puzzles in its storybook-inspired world, it constantly feels like a love letter to the joy of play. If you're into platformers that surprise you at every turn, and let's be honest, who isn't, this one's a must-play. It's inventive, it's charming, and it might just be one of the most imaginative games we've seen in 2024. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Now here's a game that didn't just drop in 2024, it practically kicked down the door and said, "All right, platformers, follow my lead." And what a lead it was. Forget the usual prince saving the kingdom trope, this time you're Sargon and immortal. Not only did the game flip the script on what we expect from the franchise, but it also showed everyone how to mix exploration, combat, and story into a beautifully crafted adventure. Honestly, if platformers had a mascot for 2024, Sargon would be wearing that crown. What really makes The Lost Crown shine is how it nails exploration. This isn't just about jumping around and solving puzzles, it's about discovering a world that feels alive, challenging, and just begging you to uncover every secret corner. And oh, the combat progression? Chef's kiss. Between unlocking new skills, upgrading your abilities, and absolutely nailing those parries to trigger special animations, the gameplay is a smooth blend of finesse and satisfaction. Every fight feels like a dance where you're one step ahead, and let's be real, who doesn't love looking cool while taking down enemies? And the best part? The game didn't just rest on its laurels after launch. A DLC expansion dropped later in the year, giving players even more reason to dive back in. All of this, by the way, came at a wallet-friendly price tag when it launched early in the year, setting the stage for what became one of the best years for platformers in recent memory. If you haven't played The Lost Crown yet, well, you're missing out on one of the crown jewels of 2024. Here's a curveball for you. What happens when Sonic steps aside and lets Shadow, the edgy, chaos-wielding hedgehog, take center stage? Enter Sonic X Shadow Generations, a remastered twist on a beloved Sonic Team classic that doesn't just give the original a glow-up, it flips the whole game on its head. Sure, Sonic's still here with his trademark speed, but Shadow brings his own flavor of chaos, literally. It's like having dessert before dinner, and honestly, it works. Shadow's solo campaign is the real scene stealer. Thanks to Chaos Control, you're not just racing against the clock, you're rewriting it. Freeze time, slice seconds off the timer, and blitz through stages like a true ultimate life form. It's wild because it shifts the core Sonic formula from speed at all costs to strategy and precision. And with new Chao collectibles sprinkled across levels, there's an extra layer of exploration that hardcore fans are going to love. Trust me, stopping time mid-air to snag a tricky Chao is next-level satisfying. The best part? You're getting two wildly different vibes in one package. Sonic brings his carefree energy, while Shadow's campaign hits with moody, high-stakes drama. Together, they create a platforming experience that feels fresh in a genre that's often predictable. Sonic X Shadow Generations isn't just a game, it's a bold statement that the franchise still has tricks up its sleeve. Alright, so let's talk about Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble. And no, it's not just another remaster or mobile spin-off. After a long hiatus, this series comes back with a vengeance, offering a wild, banana-filled ride with over 200 stages to tackle. And guess what? The lineup of characters is a total party. You've got the classics, of course, but then there's a whole bunch of surprises like Sonic the Hedgehog, Hatsune Miku, and even Godzilla rolling into the action. Honestly, who wouldn't want to race around with a giant lizard in a hamster ball? It's an absolute blast. Now, what really sets this game apart is the controls. If you've ever played Super Monkey Ball before, you know that tight, responsive controls are key, and Banana Rumble nails it. Whether you're guiding your monkey through a twisting, obstacle-laden stage or trying to collect every single banana in sight, it feels smooth and precise. It's the kind of game where you can pick it up and instantly have fun, whether you're a newcomer or a longtime fan. But wait, there's more. The co-op modes are an absolute riot. Up to 16 players can jump in together. If you thought trying to get through a stage solo was chaotic, just wait until you throw a bunch of friends into the mix. The mayhem that ensues, pure gold. So, whether you're chasing high scores, mastering tricky jumps, or just trying to survive the wackiest levels ever, Super Monkey Ball Banana Rumble proves that monkeying around never goes out of style. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.